Breaking news at Georgia. Kirby Smart has hired an NFL offensive coordinator, this time Todd Moken, to be a helper of some sort. What exactly that will be, we're going to discuss during this segment of Riding Home. Dean Legge, Matt DeBerry. Matt Moken was at the Browns this past year. The 2 seasons before that was with the Buccaneers as offensive coordinator in all 3 of those years. What do you think that this will bring to Georgia? We don't know yet if he will be the actual offensive coordinator at Georgia. I kind of have my doubts about that, but I think he will be heavily involved in the changing nature of Georgia's offense here in the coming years.
Well, I definitely think he's going to be the guy who calls the plays and makes the game plan. He might not be the offensive coordinator, but pass game specialist, whatever you want to call it. He's going to have a major influence on this offense, or else he wouldn't have accepted this position, and Kirby wouldn't have gone out to bring him in. So I definitely think that he is going to be a lot of his offense. He's going to work with Jamie Newman. So at the end of the day, it's about Kirby seeing the struggles the offensive had last year and doing everything he can to fix it. He's bringing in a new quarterback, a new offensive mind, and I think it's exactly what Kirby needed to do. The fans have wanted this all year, it seems, and if you're on Dog Bus, this isn't super surprising.
Right.
I still think that James Coley is not going to call plays. I've said that for weeks now. And it's all about, this is Kirby's program, and he's going to do whatever it takes to make it the best he can. And whether that, that doesn't mean he's going to keep James Coley around to call plays if it's not working. So I think he's had his eye on Monken for a while. And again, as a passing league, Nick Saban even said it, on TV before the national championship game. It's tough to win these days with the ground and pound, hope your defense can hold them to less than 20 points and find a way to score points in the end. This is about scoring points early and often, putting 40 or 50 up on the board each and every week. And I think Kirby is, learning that, and he's brought in not only a quarterback who can make that happen, but Todd Monken too, who has been doing this for a long time. He's coached in college. He's coached in the pros. He's a guy who loves to sling it around. So I definitely think this is a move moving forward for Georgia's offense.
So to some degree, I think we're going to see some change. The question is exactly, what that change will be for the Georgia offense. I mean, is this going to be that he's coming in as the offensive coordinator? We don't know. But I think there will be some significant changes to an offense that really struggled. I mean, they needed something to happen, did they not?
Absolutely. Again, we talked about it in the last Riding Home. They did not have a lot of explosive plays, not only in the passing game, but in the running game as well. And obviously that helped them get to where they got in 2017 and 2018. Kirby's going to look for that in this upcoming season too. But Dean, they struggled scoring at least 30 points against average opponents all year. They didn't score more than 30 very often at all, and that can't happen. And they still only lost 2 games and ended up being the number 4 team in the country. So if you're a Georgia fan, you got to be excited. The defense should be better next year. And if you struggled offensively and still landed in the number 4 spot in the final rankings, just imagine what an offense that's really thriving and scoring points up and down the field could do for this team.
ESPN's Mark Schlabach, who I think we both know has a pretty good idea of what's going on at Georgia, is reporting that Moken will take over play calling duties for the Bulldogs this season. And this is all a quote here from Mark's article. After their offense struggled at times in 2019, Georgia was 5th in the SEC in scoring at 31 points a game. Total offense 408 yards, passing 223, and rushing at 185. So Georgia assistant coach James Coley, who called offensive plays this past season, is expected to move into a new role. Former Ole Miss coach Matt Luke previously joined Georgia's staff to replace offensive line coach Sam Pittman, who left to become head coach at Arkansas. So, I mean, I'll leave it up to Arizona fans to nitpick on Mark's reporting. I will just say that I've known Mark for a long time. He's no dummy, and he's got a beat on Georgia for sure. Now, the thing to me that's curious here is that just taking. I was talking with someone who's certainly an insider at Georgia, and their discussion, their comment to me was, Kirby's not going to stand still, and if he's hired Moken to come in, not just call plays, but be the offensive coordinator, which we can't confirm. And we record these sometimes before they happen. Sometimes we record them as they happen. This is recorded just after something broke. So it's impossible to know for sure. This could, by the time you're listening to it, things could already be out in the blue. But, Kirby has changed things. I'm not surprised. But Kirby has changed things significantly at Georgia, and that person was dead on correct. Kirby's not going to stand still.
Well, my big question is, what does this do for the running game? I mean, Georgia is a running back university. They just about sign every running back they want. It's pretty rare that, I mean, that's how it's been for the few years. So it'll be interesting to see, how many carries these guys are going to get, compared to the last 3 years. Probably not as much with a guy like Moken coming in who wants to air it out a little bit more. But we'll see how it, goes moving forward, not only on the field running the football, which they'll still continue to do, maybe not at the same pace or, the amount of times, but also on the recruiting trail and how they'll, use this and pitch, these other future 5-star running backs that still have Georgia on their mind.
What do you think the reaction will be from the kids?
Well, I know I have a feeling Carson Beck and his family are pretty happy right now. I'll try to check in on them later. But the kids already on campus, I mean, this is a bolt for the offense. I think this is exciting.
They had to do something, didn't they?
Absolutely. They had to do something. That was the worst Georgia offense, so I guess you didn't have to go that far back.
Yeah, but if you
2016 and 2015.
The 15, yeah.
But no, this is definitely a step forward, like you said, at least from a passing perspective. But new hires are fun. It gives people hope, and I feel like it'll give the team a little bit of a jolt as well.
Well, stay tuned to Dog Post for this breaking news. It seems to be happening quite often. Thanks for listening to another edition of Riding Home. Make sure to click to subscribe. We will see you over on the website.